Hello guys, and welcome back to Priska's Mission. It's Priska Obianodo here. Today I'm going to be talking to you about New Year resolution, New Year goals. Sometimes people say New Year resolution and I'm like, resolution. Because of that word, sometimes it's very difficult to keep, so let's keep it as New Year goals. Please sit back, relax and watch. Right guys, welcome back to my channel, and I'm going to talk to you about 12 possible New Year goals that you can consider adopting as we enter this new year 2023. As you know, the year is still brand new, and I believe that everything new will be coming our way, and we have plans to make new changes, new amendments to our lifestyle, to things around us, businesses, etc., our home, whatever the case may be. So I'm going to leave some tips or some recommendation of what you could adopt when considering making your New Year goals. Number one is to try something new. When I say try something new, I mean be more specific on, is it try something new every day, or try something new every week, or try something new every month? Be more specific in your head what try something new means to you. In this case, I'm talking about try something new every week. I don't want to say every day because that may be a bit too much, but when you say every month, that could give you some time to relapse and not try something new. So let's keep it at every week. Try something new. Be open yourself up to new experiences, something you haven't done before. I know this was one of my year 2019 New Year resolution, and it did help. I was willing to try something new every month, and I went to places I hadn't been. Every month I make sure I visit somewhere I haven't gone before. That's trying something new. It could be anything, just something you haven't done before. Just try and incorporate it into your weekly activity and see how it goes. Right, the second one is start exercising. We all need to exercise. When I say start exercising, you may already be doing. When I say exercising, I don't mean doing it for weight loss purposes. Please don't get it wrong or twisted. Exercising isn't just to lose weight. It could be to keep the mental health in order and in check, to release tension. There are so many reasons why we exercise. So when I say start exercising, I'm not specifically saying to lose weight. That is another goal on its own. But the goal I'm trying to say here is to keep active, keep exercising. If you're already exercising, don't say, oh well, shut up, I'm already exercising. Try something different in terms of your exercise routine. Maybe you should start using the stairs as to using the escalators or the lift. That is a new method of exercising. If you're used to going to the gym, maybe try not going to the gym. Try doing walks, outdoor walks. That's exercising. Whether outdoor exercise, buggy walk exercise, going with moms with buggies and exercising that way, or taking the stairs. Just exercises that you do without you knowing that you are exercising, like without you putting on the crown of, oh, I'm going exercise. That's what I mean here. The third one is visit a new place. Like I said earlier, in 2019, I made a goal to visit new places I haven't been monthly, and it was so good. I'm so pleased that I did it because it made me to meet a lot of people. When I say start going to new places, it could be new restaurant. It mustn't be an exclusive or exotic one. Go to new restaurants, try their food, try their drinks. Just visit new places where you haven't been before. It could be going to a new state, like I'm here in London or Essex or wherever you may be, and maybe you have always heard about a particular place and you've not been there. You may just decide to go to Blackpool. It mustn't be expensive. That is what I'm trying to say here. It could be an affordable place that you just go and check out, somewhere that ordinarily you would not have gone to. So yeah, try doing that. It's something that will keep you going, and it will kind of like enlarge your understanding about traveling, and it will keep you occupied. Anything you like to do, if you're into library, book reading, cinema, whatever, visit new ones, the one that you haven't been to before. Because most of us, I'm also a culprit, I'm used to going to the same restaurant. Whenever I'm being asked to be taken out, where do you want to go? I'll say the same old restaurant. Not this year. Try something else. Try to go somewhere else. If you're used to going to Chinese restaurant, try Brazilian restaurant instead, or something like that. Or if you're used to going to Indian restaurant and you be like, oh, I've never been to a Congolese restaurant, try that. That's what I mean by go to new places. And there are lots of other places to visit. There's the aquarium, there's the zoo, there's, I don't know, wherever it is, just try going to a new place. Don't just go to the same old place that you've always been. The fourth one is to take a social media break. I'm not the one that will say to you, take a month's break or take a year's break or take a week break. No, that's not the break I'm talking about, because we understand that social media helps us release stress, anxiety, depression, etc. But similarly, as they help us release that, sometimes they can bring that onto us. So we need to put that in check. So what I mean here by saying take a social media break, I'm trying to say that if you are usually the kind of person that spends like 4 hours on social media every day, maybe you should try to reduce it to spending just an hour or an hour 30 minutes in your social media activities every day. That is what I mean by taking a break. Or if you're that kind of person that posts everything you do on social media for no reason, not because you're creating content, just because you like to do it, maybe you should try to withdraw a bit from doing that, and from there you can even consider exiting the app on its own totally. But try reducing the screen time that you normally give to yourself, whether on normal television or on your Facebook app or Instagram app, etc. Just try reducing the amount of time you spend on those things. That could be a good goal. And also, as you're trying to reduce the amount of time you spend in those places, I would also recommend you replace it with something instead. Another one is freeze your spending. When I say freeze your spending, I don't mean you shouldn't buy clothes anymore, or you shouldn't buy hair anymore, or anything that you like to do that makes you happy, but reduce the amount you spend on your non-essentials. When I say non-essentials, I don't mean food. For instance, if food is your essential, then I'm not saying you should reduce the amount you buy in food or you spend in food. I beg your pardon. But what I'm saying is your non-essential, reduce the amount, freeze the spend. When I say freeze, I mean if you normally would spend £100 every month on a particular thing, you could freeze it at £80, and no matter what, make sure you don't exceed that amount that you have freezed it to. Sometimes the pressure is there and you'll be like, well, it's just £20 over. Keep it strict so that you don't exceed that amount that you freezed your spending of a particular thing on. Stick to the budget. It's hard. I'm one of them. I find it difficult to stick to budget. Sometimes I say I'm not going to spend more than £50 on takeaway, but I see myself spending £100 on takeaway. So in these circumstances, what I mean is put a freeze on your budget. If you normally would spend £100 on takeaway monthly, maybe you say to yourself, this year, 2023, I'm not going to spend more than £80 a month on takeaway, or £80 a week on takeaway. That's the freeze I'm talking about. And when you set that, keep it tight. Don't ever go like, oh, okay, it's only £10 extra, because that's how it starts, from £10 extra to £20 extra, and then it continues. Before you know it, that unnecessary spending has stepped back in. Another example of places where you can freeze your spend is on clothing. Why I said this is because I have done it once and it did work exceptionally well for me. At some point, I had lots of clothes and I'm like, where do I wear them to? Do I really need to have them, the amount of clothes that I do have? And the answer is no. And I said to myself, that's it. No more buying of clothes. I don't need to buy clothes unnecessarily, because normally I'm walking on the street or on the high street or in the shopping mall and I find a reasonable amount of clothes for no reason. I just go in and buy it. What for? I don't even have an occasion for it, but because it's on offer and I thought, okay, I may need it tomorrow. I go grab it. No, please, stop. I've stopped and it saved me a lot of money. It didn't mean that I never bought clothes, but I bought specifically for occasions. If I'm going for a child education, I know that I need a new set of clothes or whatever, then I'll go and buy it. Not because it's cheap or it's on sale or because it looks beautiful. Beautiful things never end. They'll keep producing beautiful, nice things for us. So trust me on this one. I have tried it and it worked for me, and it will be good if you try that as well. The sixth one is eating healthy. I know it's easy to say eat healthy. So here I'm going to tell you how to achieve that goal. Don't have the crown of, oh, I'm going to eat healthy. I'm eating healthy. Instead, you know you have made a goal in your head that I'm going to eat healthy this year, or I am going to try and eat more healthy this year. How do you achieve that? Consider preparing your meal. If you're going out to work or to school or to wherever you're going to, you could consider preparing your food beforehand. Have it in your lunch pack. I have noticed that anytime I have my prepared food in my lunch pack, I don't go about eating junk. I don't go about eating unnecessarily because I know I have my lunch pack with me. So once it's time to eat, once I start to feel peckish, I'll nibble on what I have brought. If it's cucumber and carrots I have for myself, I'll nibble on it. But when you do not make this preparation, you'll find yourself when you're hungry, oh, you're looking for the next McDonald's or you're looking for the next KFC to grab something because what? You are very hungry. But if you prepare it beforehand and keep it, one, you will save money. Two, you avoid less healthy food and less processed food. So why not? I know it's difficult, but when you put thoughts on it, when you know that this is a goal that you want to achieve, let's say this week, you know, oh, I want to do this. Like I said, take it. Don't set an unrealistic goal. Set a goal that is doable. So make sure you don't start preparing what you will eat for 1 month, because that's not realistic. It's not. It can happen. So take it one day at a time. When you're going out to work, think about what am I going to eat at 2 o'clock, which is my lunchtime? What am I going to eat at 11 o'clock when I'm having a coffee break? And then put that in your mind, or prepare for it and have it in your handbag or in your lunchbox. The seventh one is start investing. When I say investing, I don't mean investing big money. Please don't get it wrong. Investment could be anything. It could be little, it could be big, it could be anything, but just start investing. It could be even in education. Invest your time, invest your resources in something you haven't done in the past. So when I say start investing, I don't mean financial investments only. I mean all sorts of different types of investments which you can do. It could be in your education. You could pick up a program. You could start a program to do, and that's an investment because in future you're going to benefit from it. So start investing. The eighth one is to try a healthy recipe weekly. I'm actually going to be doing this myself as well. So each week I'm going to be trying new recipe for myself or for my little ones. By the way, if you hear the little one, yeah, she's talking to herself. She's only about 3 weeks, right? Yeah. So if you are thinking about something that you could be doing, try a new recipe. That's a goal. It could be you cooking. It could be that you are, for instance, African and you go about to make Brazilian food. every week try something new, try a new recipe. It mustn't be food, it could be drinks, it could be a cocktail, it could be anything. It could be a dessert kind of food, just something. Try a new food recipe, that's what I'm saying, every week, each week, and you will see, you would enjoy it. You could make mistakes and you laugh at yourself for doing that, and so on and so forth. The 9th one is schedule your car monthly cleaning. I'm going to be trying this myself as well. I don't clean my car monthly now. And there's a myth, I don't know if it's a myth or a reality, that says that the cleanliness of your car determines how clean you are in the inside. I don't know if there's a thing like that or it's just a myth, but yeah. People often say that how clean your car is dependent on how clean your home and your environment is. And I tell you, a lot of people leave their car in a very bad state, me inclusive at times. Me inclusive because you know what it is like with kids. You could wash it today and next minute as you're driving out from the car wash, there's a mess already. So but this time around, I'm going to intentionally be cleaning my car monthly and trying to be on top of it. The 10th one is start your own business. When I say start your own business, I don't necessarily mean big business. I mean any side hustle at all, no matter how little. Another stream of income is very important. Try as much as possible to start any kind of little business, whether buying or selling, online business, making things yourself, knitting and sewing clothes, etc., and selling them. Whatever it is you feel will fetch you money of some sort as a side hustle, please start this time. And one tip to doing this is do not look at the number of people doing what you want to do already, because probably there'll be tons of people doing that same thing already. So you can be the 11th person doing it. You can be the 100th person doing it. So don't get put off by, oh, there are a lot of people doing XYZ thing already. How well would I do? Just start it and incorporate it into what you're doing, what your career is, or whatever it is that you're doing that is your main source of income. So just start something small on the side. It's good to have more than one stream of income. It does help. The 11th one is spending time alone. Do your alone time to yourself. Have your alone time. I don't mean a whole day as your alone time. No, I mean at least an hour as your alone time. There are things you can do in your alone time. Example, I would read the Word of God. I could read a chapter of a novel or something like that. Start alone time. You can do a lot. You can self-reflect. You can meditate in your alone time. You can write down things, jot down thoughts that has come to your head in your alone time. So these are the little things you can do in your alone time. But just try and start to have a moment that you will call your alone time. And the last but not the least, the 12th one is consider adding prayer to your daily routine. We have 24 hours in one day, and sometimes for that 24 hours, people forget to pray the Lord's Prayer or any kind of prayer that you know how to say. You don't need to bring heaven down, but just say a prayer. If you do not want to say a prayer, sing a hymn, sing any praise and worship. Just an hour or even less. You could start with like as little as 30 minutes to do these things. But just consider doing something different that you don't used to do before in terms of your prayer to make your prayer life grow. If you're going to try any of these, do let me know. If there are any you can think of, please let me know. I could add them to my goal. And the last but not the least, please don't make it too elaborate. Just keep it at a minimum so that you can be able to achieve it. Write it down somewhere so that you can go back and revisit it each time and see if you're actually on top of what you said the goals you have set for yourself, to make sure that you're keeping to it. But when the list is so many and endless, you may end up doing one or none. So please keep it at a minimum, the one that you can realistically achieve and keep to. And hopefully we will get somewhere by doing 1 or 2 of them by the end of 2023. And I do hope you have a lovely year, this 2023, and I shall see more of you. Thank you for watching this video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing and share, comment, etc. Thank you very much for watching. I shall see you in my next video. Thank you. Bye.